Welcome to a new episode on the Create series, and today we're getting into the real start of some Create contraptions. The first real thing we need in this world is a form of iron production, because iron is so essential and it's a real hassle to keep mining for it. There's a bunch of ways to do this, but I think we can use some millstones instead of grinding wheels because, well, one, they're a bit more compact, and two, they're easier to make. So let me figure out how to get this to work, and I'll bring you back in when I have something to show for it. So, basically we have a small cobble generator feeding into some millstones. The gravel that we get out of those goes onto a belt to get washed by some fans. The iron nuggets and flint are being stored in compacting drawers for easy use. That way we can take out nuggets, ingots, or blocks, depending on what we need. All of this is being powered by a bunch of water wheels that do need some covering up. As for the building, I kind of want to go for a simple structure that is loosely based on these colorful lakeside sheds that I found on the interwebs. The combo of these granite pillar walls with a mix of tuff on the roof will do fine for that. While building, I did notice that the cobble generator is faster than the iron production itself. So we could get a crusher in here as well to get some sand out of this farm. The crusher can go right here against the wall, and we'll add some extra drawers in the corner over here as well. And with a little more work, we have a nice little iron shack. Let's get a path in place, connect this up to the workshop, and we're ready for the starter base. I've done some designing in Creative, and I have a 14-page list of items that I need to gather, so give me a couple of hours and we can get started. Let's start with the base. The corner supports are made up out of these sheet metal walls and fence gates. And we can connect all of these with some arches and girders as support. For the floor, we'll get in some of this deep slate with a red outline that kinda looks like caution tape. And as for the spots where no building is going to be, we'll just have this block that looks like a mesh. It kinda gives you that feel of a rustic grate. Now for the building, let's get started with a tower. We'll use some bricks to build it up and add in some spaces for the windows and doors as well. Of course, we'll need some floors in the tower as well. This will just be some simple spruce and that'll be it. We will add the sticky outy bit that might be good for some of our collection stuff that we have. For the main building, I wanted to use this cut deep slate brick. The upper floor will stick out quite a bit, but we'll add a little walkway around it. As you can see, we are planning to use some big windows in this floor. It's just kinda nice to see what's actually going on around the base. We'll keep that same feeling with the roof. We'll have a large arched roof made out of glass and industrial iron. And I think that's about it for the main building. Before we start decorating, we'll get some more power and create stuff in here so we can craft anything that we need in the future. I kinda wanna do a load of water wheels on the side and have these power all of the create stuff in the create room. That room is going to be at the bottom of the tower. So let's put in some fans, a press, and so on. The crushers can go on the outside of the wall, and that's just gonna add a lot of detail, a lot of moving parts to the outside of the building. And now we just have to add everything that can count as decoration. And it's done. I spent some time to move all of our stuff from the drawers into the storage unit, but let's have a little walk through the base. We'll start off with a little elevator that takes us up and we enter into the bottom floor. Here is where we store wood and all of the wooden stuff and some other less common items. If we walk through the Create workshop and take the ladder up, we have a bed and some storage for the collectible stuff. The storage on the second floor is dedicated to all crafting items like ores, plants, mob drops and many more. If we take the stairs up, we have a little balcony with some planters and some pots that's mainly for decoration. And the floor above here will be dedicated to a little enchanting setup, but I don't have one yet. We'll make sure that we get one soon. And the next ladder takes us up on the roof, which I don't know if I'm gonna add anything up here. Now, since we were talking about enchanting, it's time for a gear upgrade as well. We don't really have enough diamonds for a full set of gear, so I'll go down to the mines and do some drilling, I guess. A couple of hours later, and I've got the entire setup. I just have to place it down right here. We've got all the books, we have the enchanting table, and I'll spend some time enchanting, which is not really that interesting, so I'll bring it back in when I'm done. And that's about it. They're not great, but at least we've got some protection and a Silk Touch pickaxe. When we get later into the game, we'll spend some time getting actual good gear, but for now, we'll be good. And I think that's a great point to end this episode, because I'm leaving on a trip. Because I'm on a trip, I might not be uploading for a couple of weeks, but if you're excited to see where this is heading, let me know by subscribing, liking the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!